So this is just a quick tutorial how to do the water slide. Please excuse my mess. So I started out by printing my image on this spin water slide paper. I bought this on Michael's, it was on sale, but you can use any kind that you want. So I went ahead and got my image and I went ahead and printed it. So I was able to print two about 5 inches or so in one. And then I went ahead and sprayed it with this crystal enamel and I let it sit. And I let it sit overnight. Just because I printed them late last night and I didn't want to do anything last night. Once they dry, I went ahead and cut them so that they were the size that I wanted them, because there's going to be like the white around this. So I got rid of that. So now I'm going to activate it in water. So this is warm water that I have here. And I went ahead and already have my mug. And I kind of use dry erase on the outside. Or I'm sorry, on the inside and the edges just so that I know where my image is going to go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first image. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the water. And it does curl a little bit. So you need to just go ahead and kind of stretch it out. And do it for up to 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and wait for it to start activating. Okay, so it's been about 60 seconds, and as you can see, it is beginning to slide off the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start sliding it off so I can put it on my mug. Okay, so I'm sliding it off my mug, and I'm really sorry for the angles, just it's really, I don't have anywhere else to put my phone. So as you can see, it's slowly sliding off. So what I like to do is I like to grab my mug and just put a little bit of the corner on the mug. And then I'm going to slowly, if you can tell, slide it off. That way it reduces the amount of bubbles. So slide, slide, slide. Okay. Okay. So I slid it off. So it's back on my mug. So now I'm just going to go ahead and align it to the little red dots that I made previously. Just and then slowly start squeezing out the bubbles. Okay, so here it is, and again, I'm very sorry for the angle. So there's not a whole lot of bubbles. So what I do is I dip my finger back in the water, and then just slowly start playing with the bubbles and sliding them out. Always go outward. And then you can still, while this is wet, still move it around and line it. See how it's it was a little crooked at the top. Just start moving it around, make sure that there's no bubbles. Again, you may have some, and just gently with your finger move them outwards just so that they look, just so that they're not there. Just gently, gently, gently. I hear some people use like a safety pin. I personally don't. I just use my finger, and then with a paper towel that I use to dry my hands because it's still kind of wet. Just tap and continue to dry. And I'm pretty happy with this. There's one stubborn bubble in a corner right in here. So I'll go ahead and try and take that one out. But overall, it looks really good. There's that one bubble over between the heads. So I'm going to try and work this one out. Again, I'm dipping my finger in the water and just slowly moving it outwards, and then tapping it dry, and see, it's gone now. Just disappeared completely. So I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the other side now. Okay, so I have my second one that I just took out of the water. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right in here and just put the corners on there. and then start sliding it out. See, look, just slide out completely. There we go. And then I'm gonna move this right there and just, okay. And then this one has a couple bubbles, if you can see, and just start with my finger. I'm just moving them outwards. There. Just, again, slowly, gently. This one's higher up on the top, so I'm going to move this up a little bit. There, it looks about the same as this side. So, okay. And I'm going to use my paper towel that I used earlier and just tap, 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 just so that it takes away any extra liquid on the outside, and it helps me see any bubbles that are left over. So there's one little bubble right in here. I don't know if you can see it right in there. So I'm gonna slowly work it out. And it moves. It's moving towards the doggy over here. Okay, came out. Okay. All right. So this one, again, I'm pretty happy with this one. There it is. It's drying, so there's not a whole lot of, there's not bubbles left that I can see. Just a little bit of the wet. So there's that one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry here naturally, and I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 215 degrees for about 20 minutes, just so that it bakes and it's permanent on there. Okay, so there's 215. I'm going to wait for my oven to go ahead and warm up before I stick it in there. Okay, so it was in there for 20 minutes and I just took it out and it's done. Again, excuse the mess and my kiddo. But yeah, it's done. So there is nothing that you need to do with this. You just need to just let it cool off and it's done. Because it is baked, there is no need to do any kind of spray or sealing it of any sort, because again, it's baked, so it's permanent on there.